Ashanti Gold. Wanted to do a bit of an update. It's the beginning of the year. You have a lot of things planned, clearly, at your 3 key projects in West Africa.
Sure.
So let's do a little bit of a go-through of each and a timeline of what's expected.
Yeah,
let's start in Mali, because it's the crown jewel. What's happening near term at Kossanto East?
Right, okay, so I just got back from there. Paul Cliffell, our CEO and geologist, was there for an extended period of time. And the key thing there is, admin stuff, if you will, getting the camp up and running so it's actually comfortable. I mean, the last time we were drilling, we were living in army tents, which is great, but at a certain point, you kind of, if you're going to be there for the long haul, you want to have that. So we took care of all that. The key thing at Kossanto is we've identified and verified historic data and expanded on that database for 2.3 kilometers of combined strike, roughly 75 meters wide on average, 150 to 200 meters deep. So we have something that's very meaty, very juicy. And at this point, it's really just about making the database more robust. So we've already sat down with independent QPs here in Vancouver, gone through all of the data and essentially asked them, what do you need to see to be comfortable with a database that you can sign off on?
Right.
So that involves a bit of mapping, a bit of planning, and so we have that all planned out. So that's there. We've gone through all of the various verification, QA, QC, basically to get the database that we've inherited and that we've created ourselves really just tip-top, tied off with a bow, ready to go for the maiden 43101 report that'll come out later this year. But what's happening right now is just really understanding the project so that when we go there and we hit it up with the drill, that we'll get the maximum effect and that will get the maximum amount of punch, bang for our buck, so to speak, going out there, and also set it up for the next leg up.
Absolutely.
Because as you know, Kossanto's at least 6 pods of mineralization, 2 of which are this 2.3 kilometers of strike. So, it would be foolish for us to just sort of say, okay, 2.3 and we're good. Like, no. We want to get out there and anchor ourselves, but we also want to show that this thing has the full potential, demonstrate the full potential of the area.
And certainly some of the work you've been doing recently feeds into that. Trenching and soil sampling results
Trenching,
alone have been pretty interesting.
Trenching, soil sampling, mapping, where where Gorbasi East is, there's a lot of outcropping, there's a lot of sort of relief that you can get your hands on. Gorbasi West is kind of flat as a board, right? So there's a little outcrops here and there, but it's really hard to sort of identify things without sampling and trenching and everything else, because otherwise, essentially it rains in the rainy season there a lot, and so over many years it becomes just this flat sort of landscape.
Sure.
And there's not much to sort of focus on because there's nothing. All it is sort of scrub grass and dirt.
Right.
So getting all of that tied together is what's happening now. And so we're all set for the next leg up, which is getting the drill in there, doing all of that work, and then of course leading into the next quarters of putting that together.
So drilling will start this quarter?
Drilling will probably start next quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, drilling starts next quarter. I mean, all of it's dependent on funding as well. Let's be honest, we're junior
we'll get to that.
But drilling begins about 10,000 meters to plan, and that will be enough for us to tie in everything with a combined 27,000 meters of drilling on the project to come out really with a robust maiden report.
And hopefully that'll be sort of Q3. That's the target.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty clear progression of time or progression for the project going forward. You know what you need to do now.
That's right.
It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it.
That's right.
So now you've got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Get out there and do it.
Yeah, we will.
And best of luck out there in Mali.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.